Can you pull up the clip of him in Detroit? Watch this one here. This is him just a couple days ago. Watch. Go ahead.
And when I was vice president, things were kind of bad during the pandemic. And what happened was, Barack said to me, go to Detroit.
There was no pandemic.
There was no.
Well, poor mayor, he spent more time with me than he ever thought he was going to have to. God love you.
Yeah.
Did you hear what just happened?
Yeah,
right
it was during the pandemic.
That's like the rapper, the commercial, like, what's up, Detroit? Oh, shit,
Yeah,
it's
he's
not Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one of those moments. But by the way, somebody should cut that, Detroit, because this is exactly what just happened here with this Detroit thing. But go ahead, Adam. You said you had one. You searched for it on your phone and you found one.
I didn't even. I mean, on my phone, I saw there was COVID stories. He told the wall stuff that he did, stuff about NATO paying. There's one little lie that's still lingering out there. You know that he won the election in 2020.
I mean, we're gonna go there.
And then you guys are gonna be like, well, he really did win Hunter Biden's laptop. But the reality is, these wild claims have been proven false. The Dominion $850 million lawsuit that basically brought Fox to their knees, cost Tucker his job, and he was sort of the scapegoat for that.
It's a settlement.
What does that have to do with cheating?
In the court cases, he was 0 for 60. There was rulings from Republican judges. There was recounts. There were audits. There were election officials, Republican and Democrat. The Department of Justice, the Department of Cybersecurity, Republican-led, said it was the safest in American history. Now, are there some irregularities? Are the Hunter Biden thing was a complete shit show? Yes. But he's still out there saying he won the 2020 election.
You just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted. You just said
who won the. How about this, Vinny? You ready? You ready? Who won the 2020 election? Give me one name.
Who won?
Just give me one name.
Joe Biden.
There
won.
you go.
How did he win though? That's such a pussy ass way to say, Adam. You can't list all that stuff on the left and then go, but the Hunter Biden laptop and everything that we're hearing about.
But the Hunter Biden didn't have to do with votes. It could have been suppressing votes.
That's called cheat, Adam. I'm sorry to wake you up. That's called cheating. When the FBI is stopping stories, that's cheating from time out.
I'm with you on that.
All right, now, number two.
But that doesn't have anything to do with
yes, it does.
Stealing votes.
Yes,
all the
there was. Let me finish.
60.
Were you in here on the other podcast?
For 60.
Were you in here on the podcast?
In the court.
Hold on. I want to say one thing.
Over each other.
Yeah. Were you in here on the podcast that we had, the home team? I'm pretty sure you were. We're seeing all the cheating that's happening in Georgia. We're seeing now all the shit that happened in Wisconsin. There was cheating, Adam. That spike overnight was cheating. I can say Joe Biden won. I don't think it was fair and square. That late night ballot dumping, all I do is keep seeing stories and videos of them cheating. Stay at home and vote. Mail in. Illegals voting. It's all a sham, Adam. It's all a sham.
Do me one favor. Do me one favor and just say, in my opinion, and then say everything.
No, this is not my opinion.
Because you're not an official.
What do you mean?
You're a podcaster. There's been nothing official, Vinny.
What do you mean?
There's one thing about being loud, and there's one thing about being wrong. There's a problem when you're loud and wrong.
Adam,
there's nothing.
What am I saying that I'm wrong? The Georgia thing and the Wisconsin thing wasn't wrong. You were in here. You were in the podcast.
Yeah,
I showed it.
Okay.
Facts. Cheating.
So where did they go? What happened?
Adam.
After Vinnie Jones said it, what happened?
Okay, Adam. The Vinnie Jones thing doesn't work because you saw it.
But
you
just
were on
tell me
podcast.
what happened after you announced it.
Nothing's going to happen, Adam. The system's rigged. All the judges that you're talking about are all left.
I don't disagree that the system is rigged, but he lost the election. I'm glad you admitted it.
No, let me ask a question.
Favorite part of the week.
But by the way, Adam, I don't put that as lying. I put that in the category of not accepting a loss, great. 2, not believing that the other side's being honest about the way they went about it. That's not called lying. I don't believe that, XYZ won because I don't think it was a fair election. No problem. There's different stories versus 3 years. No, we know, Adam Schiff, we know this guy was colluding with Russia, and America believed it. We know. That's lying.
And he was lying. I agree.
Yeah, no, but that's not lying because
it's literally called the big lie.
Let me ask you, of course, because that's how you brand. It's called branding. It's great branding.
Trump's great at that.
No, it's for sure. But here's a question for you.
Yeah.
So 3 years later, Russia collusion was a lie. What's your position with that?
Yeah, we were fed a bowl of lies.
Okay, so a lot of people fell for it. Let me ask you a question. Say in the next 5 years, story comes out that they did collude in the election in 2020, what's going to be your position?
I'm going to say, wow. All the courts, all the rulings, all the recounts, all the audits, all the election officials, the Department of Justice, CISA, the Cyber Intelligence Infrastructure Security Advisory Committee, they all lied to the American public.
Which, by the way, it's nothing new because just in 2020, 50 secret intelligence officers, signed and said that there was nothing in the laptop. Do you believe those 50 people?
Do I believe the 50 people that said
50 high-level intelligence people from the community signed saying there was nothing in the laptop? Do you believe those 50 now? So you're now relying on DOJ, but this is where I'm trying to go with.
So then who do we believe? The Department of Justice or Vinnie? I don't know.
No.
I'm asking a genuine question.
First of all, no, I'm not.
No, I guess I'm the asshole, guys, that I believe our government.
This is
you shouldn't.
This is what's called the conversation.
I'm listening.
Guy. Let me make my point. If 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now it comes out that there was meddling with the election, just like we saw with Twitter when they were communicating with Twitter, because we got the Twitter files.
Yep.
We don't have YouTube files. We don't have Facebook files. We don't have FBI files. We don't have any of those files
yet.
But if they come out and there's substantial evidence that they meddled with the 2020 elections, does that make what Trump said a lie? Or what does that make Trump's position? That's the question.
Well, yeah. Well, if the information and the evidence changes, it's like if someone goes to jail and they're locked up for 20 years and then they do a DNA test, turns out it was this other person's blood. Holy moly, we were all fed a bowl of lies. Let's get this person out of jail.
Guess who's the only person knew it was a lie? The person that was accused of rape. Can you imagine being that person? In this case, Trump has the right to believe they messed around with the election.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yes.
But that's not a lie.
Up until he presents the evidence and they're like, you didn't win. Sorry. We did the recount. You didn't win.
The investigation by the agencies happened when the guy who controlled those agencies was the guy that beat him. That's a little bit weird that the guy leading the investigation.
Trump was still the president. In Georgia, Brian Kemp was the governor.
No, you don't.
Brian Ratzenberger was the lieutenant governor doing the counts. Guys,
listen, let me
Google how many court cases did Trump win? You know what, guys? Trump won. Vinnie, you convinced me. I guess Trump's the president.
Adam, you keep believing your government.
Are you able to have a conversation?
I'm 100% able, but if you're trying to convince me that Trump's the president, Vinnie, I'm not going to buy it.
No one's trying to convince you.
Roseanne Barr was here looking at me like I was crazy because she said that Trump is the commander-in-chief. I said, what? There's people that actually believe this. I'm not saying it's you, Pat. You're reasonable. Other people have issues.
I'm staying. You and I are talking. Okay? Hear me out. You and I are talking.
Circle of trust, right?
But I want you to think about this here. Yeah. So, did I take the vaccine?
No, you didn't.
Why did I not?
What
was my main reason for not taking a vaccine?
Choice versus force. Power versus force.
That's number one.
Yeah.
What else would you say? You and I talked about it. Why else did I not take it? If you don't remember, it's not a big deal. We talked about it. But one of the reasons why I didn't take it was what? You were there when I had COVID. You saw me lose 24 pounds.
Oh, you didn't look good.
Yeah.
Tom almost,
That's right. No, so we know that. But I still didn't take the vaccine.
Yeah.
One was choice versus force. Yes. What was number two?
You didn't trust the evidence, the data that was coming out.
Perfect. Which, in other words, to me was, I don't think 9 months of research is enough for me to trust a vaccine for me to take today.
Yeah.
I'm not. So the warp, or what is it called?
Operation Warp Speed, which was Trump.
Guess what? What I'm trying to tell you is, even though he brags about Operation Warp Speed saved 100 million lives, I still didn't take it.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make to you is, just because it took 6 weeks for these guys to say, nope, there's no meddling, dude, this thing doesn't take 6 weeks. This takes years to go find out everything and anything. All I'm saying to you is, the position he's taking is similar to the man that you said, the example of the guy going to jail who knew he never did it. Years later, he's found innocent, but his life was ruined for 20 years. In this case, there's already been some proof with Twitter files. What we would pay to have Facebook files, or YouTube files with the videos that were taken down, or FBI files, or DOJ files. Unfortunately, we're never going to get that because Google's not for sale, because Facebook's not for sale, and the DOJ and the FBI has been for sale for the longest time, except people have owned those guys for many, many years. So to understand that information is a different story. But for me to get up there in a factual, inflation was 9% when I took office. Factually, that's a lie because it was at 1.3, 1.4%. That's a factual lie. In Trump's opinion, somebody messed with the election. That's his opinion. For those of you guys that are competing to be at the dinner with us at Casa D'Angelo, which I was the other night, and then have cigars with us afterwards, conversation, having all the Minnectors come together, here's what the race is looking like. Rob, can you zoom in a little bit for the lightweight? Really, Davis took over the lead, 198. These are people that at the beginning of the contest that started April 16th had never been on the app. They just downloaded it. They just started getting Minnect of them answering questions. These are 198 completed answers to questions. Davis is number one. Then it's Santino. Then it's Puva. But by the way, we're going to go to the website because there's a lot of competition behind him. Middleweight, Fernando's got the lead with 105. Then it's Michael, then Parsa. And then heavyweight, not even close. Dustin is ahead, 286. Calvin Doctor, 156. Comotor placed 120. Look at home team and just dominating.
Vinny, what are you doing out there?
I love you.
Crushing.
502, then Tom, then Adam. And then new users asking questions. Tyler Huff, good for you for asking 185 questions. Goran Surbeski, 123. Eddie, 121. Dustin, existing. Holy moly, look at that, 895.
Here's my guy.
Sir John ICU, 771. Ozzy Gomez, 276. Here's what you have to realize. These are all the QR codes for us. However, this is the most important data I'll tell you. My entire life story was from being one contact away from my life changing. I'm one contact away from life changing, whether it's business, health, marriage, relationship, finance, it doesn't matter. On email, if you send a cold email to somebody, the response rate is less than 1%. Instagram DM, it's less than 3%. Twitter is 5%. LinkedIn is 8 to 12%. I got the report yesterday. Tom, did you see the report on what percentage of people on Minnect respond? Do you know what percentage of experts answer questions on Minnect?
Can I guess?
Write it down on a piece of paper, and then Tom, tell us what it is.
Okay, I can't enter a contest to guess because I know what the number is.
But just say it. What's the number?
94%.
I put 94.
94% of people answer Minnect.
Correct.
So, and a lot of people answer within 24 hours. I answer within 24 hours, and mine are audio, so are Vinnie, so are Tom. Adam, we'll get back to you, but it's.
I will.
But he's on a boat. He's in Miami.
But here's
Guys,
the point.
you got to give him some credit.
Guy wants to talk about politics. You don't like what Cuomo said? Minnect him. You want to talk to Candace? Minnect her.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.